some concrete idea on the storyline, but I have a vague vision, or how should I say? I approximately know the direction how I should go for the sequel. Yeah, like in The Way We Dance, the story happened in a rather pure world, I would say. In a pure world, you don't see so much hardship of the reality in The Way We Dance. So, in the sequel, I would tell more on that side. The Way We Dance is not so much about a story like dream versus reality. More it is like the conflict between different dream searcher. I would put it that way for The Way We Dance. So some people, although we have lots of compliments for The Way We Dance, but some people would say why the world is so so without trouble and without problem. So this is okay, and then I said, okay, good. I want to respond to that side, in the sequel. And another thing I want to mention is, I'm not going to make The Way We Dance 2. I'm going to make The Way We Dance 3. Because while we are doing the theatrical sharing, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's pretty much our activity that initiated in Hong Kong. Like the filmmakers would go to the theater after the screening and greet the audience. Maybe you don't do it in America, but in Hong Kong, people, like back in 3 or 4 years ago, some movies start to have this activity. And so every time we do the theatrical greetings, sharing, and there is one question that is often asked by the audience, which is, oh, do you have a sequel? Do you have a sequel? And I would answer them, so whether we have a sequel depends on the box office of this one. And finally, we made it, but then I try to calm down myself, and also some audience would worry too. Well, if you make a sequel now, it's for real now. So normally, the second is not as good as the first. And I do agree, in many cases. And besides being a problem of expectation, more importantly, I think it reflects some, some psychology of human beings. When you do something good, when you are successful on something, why it's always like you cannot keep your success, because you're proud of it. Or if you succeed on something, you just want to chase the pride or wealth, and so your things will become, will go down. And my film, The Way We Dance, is a movie about dream. It's something talking about that. I don't want to, make a sequel and then finally fail because of the same reason. That is why I would say, I want to skip the number 2, but jump to number 3. And of course, it's not just, playing with the numbers. You may say, oh, what's the meaning? If you just shift the number, it doesn't mean anything. But it's not just so superficial, I would say. But if this number 3 would have something, related to the content and to the theme itself. But since now I don't have too concrete idea on the storyline, so please allow me to keep it secret first. Until